Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to solve this Leetcode question which is water bottles. Right now I have a water bottle beside me. So using this water bottle, let's solve this question water bottles. So in this question we are basically given there are num bottles, water bottles that are initially full of water, and you can exchange empty water bottles from the market with one full water bottle. The operation of drinking a full water bottle turns it into an empty water bottle. Given two integers, num water bottles and num exchange, written the maximum number of water bottles you can drink. So basically we're just given, initially we're given some full water bottles, and then what we can do is we need to return, no, before that, we're basically given initially some full water bottles, and when we drink them we'll be getting the empty water bottles, right? And then in order to get another full water bottle we need to exchange. For exchange we are given some variable which is num exchange. We need three empty water bottles in order to get one full water bottle. So we have here a 9, right? So we'll get three full water bottles, right? When we drink these three we'll get another three empty water bottles, and again using these three empty water bottles we'll buy another drink, and we'll at the end we only have one empty water bottle, right? So at the end, we just need to return how many water bottles have we successfully drank. We drank 9 water bottles, 9 plus 3, 12 plus 1, 13. 13, right? And then if you look at this image, initially we are given 15 water bottles. 15, and when we drank 15, we have 15 empty water bottles. And then using these 15, we need 4 for exchange, right? Using these 3, using these 4, we got one full water bottle, and using these four we got another, using these four we got another, and we have three, right? We cannot exchange these three for another full water bottle, right? So we just kept them as they are. And then after we drink these three water bottles we'll be having six empty water bottles, right? So using these six we can only get one full water bottle, right? So at the end we have three empty bottles, but we cannot get a full water bottle using these three, right? So we just stop here. We drank like 15 plus 3, which is 18. 18 plus 1, 19. So the answer is 19. So the question is very straightforward, right? So let's try to solve this in the most brute force way. I think this should make sense. So basically what I'm going to do is, initially I'll take number of full water bottles. Number of full water bottles are equals to the given number of bottles, right? Which is 9, and the number of empty equals to 0. Now what I'm going to do is, initially I'll drink these 9 bottles. So my answer will become, this is the variable that we are using to store our answer. Initially when I drink 9, so in my answer I drank 9, right? So when I drank 9, my number of full water bottles will become 0, right? And the number of empty water bottles will become 9. Let's say we need 3 water bottles in order to exchange, right? We need 3 empty bottles in order to get a one full water bottle. So right now I have 9 empty water bottles, and I need 3 for getting a full water bottle. So I'll just give these 3, and I'll just uh, get 3 full water bottles, right? So when I give 3, my full will become 3, my empty will become 0. My empty will become 0. Now I have 3 water bottles. So when I drink these 3, my answer will become 12, and my number of full will become 0, and my empty will become 3, right? Now again I give these 3 in order to get one full water bottle. So I'll get one full water bottle, and the number of empty will be 0. Now I'll drink this one water bottle. So my answer will become 13 and the number of empty will become 1 and the number of full will become 0. Now when I try to exchange these empty water bottles in order to get a full water bottle, I don't have enough empty water bottles, right? So we'll stop here basically. So when we stop here, the variable which is storing the answer is this ANS answer. So this will contain the answer. So let's look at this example in order to get a more clear idea of what we're doing. So initially our k is 4. K is nothing but number of exchange, and initially the number of full is equals to 15 because they have given number of bottles as 15, and empty. Initially the empty will be 0, right? And my answer is also 0. So initially I'll drink these 15 bottles, right? So my answer will become 15. My answer will become 15 and my full will become 0 and my empty will also become 15, right? Now what's the thing is that we need we need 4 bottles, right? 4 bottles in order to get one full bottle. So we have 15 bottles and we need 4. So this by if we divide 15 by 4, we'll get 3 full water bottles, right? So when we divide 15 by 4, when we divide empty by k, we get 3 water bottles, 3 full water bottles. And let's if you observe here, we got 3 full water bottles and we're also left with 3 empty water bottles, right? So in order to get the empty, we need to mod by 4, then we'll get 3. So basically what we're doing here is that we're we're trying to get as many full water bottles as we can, and using this we're just finding out how many remaining empty water bottles are there. So here we got 3 full water bottles. I'm sorry. Here we got 3 full water bottles and we have 3 empty water bottles, right? Now I'll drink these 3, right? When I drink these 3, my answer will become 18. Now when I drank these 3, so the empty will become 6. 6, right? Now I'll try to exchange it with full water bottles. So 6 by 4. 6 by 4 gives the number of full water bottles that we are getting. Right now the full water bottles are 0. 6 by 4 means 1. Basically we're taking the integer value. It will be something like 1.5 or something, but we'll only take the integer value, which is 1. So the number of full will be 1 and the number of empty will be 6 mod 4, which is 2, right? The number of empty will be 2. So I'll drink this one, so it will be 19. Now when I drink this will become empty. So the empty will become 3, and when my empty is less than k, when my empty is less than number of water bottles required, so at this point I'll stop and written my answer. That's it, guys. So let's try to code this up. So initially, as I said, I'll be storing. So I took the ANS as my answer variable, and initially I'm storing the number of bottles in my answer. That means I drank all the bottles initially. So my number of full water bottles will become 0, and my number of empty will become the number of bottles that I have. Right now, while my empty is greater than or equals to number of exchange, while my empty while my empty bottles are greater than or equals to the number of exchange. So if I have enough empty bottles, I can exchange, right? So as long as my empty bottles are greater than the number of exchange, I'll perform this loop. So initially, as I said, the full will be equals to empty by number of exchange. Full will be equals to empty by number of exchange, right? And the empty will be equals to uh, what is this? Yeah, the empty will become empty mod number of exchange. Empty mod number of exchange. So as I said, I'll be adding this full to my answer, right? So I just added answer plus equals to full, and all these full bottles, when I drank these, these will become empty, right? So I'll just adding them to the empty. And at the end, when my empty becomes less than the number of bottles required for the exchange, I'll just stop the loop and I'll just come out and I'll just return the answer. So if you submit this, it should work fine. Yeah, it is working fine. And let's look at the time complexity. So what is the time complexity means? We'll be having these 1, 2. So the time complexity will become, 1 second guys. So yeah guys, so I got the time complexity. So basically, if you observe carefully here, where our loop is dependent on the empty variable, right? So our loop runs as long as this empty is greater than or equals to num exchange. So initially the empty will be equals to the number of bottles given. So let's say the number of given bottles is n, and for every iteration, we are basically dividing this with k. K is nothing but the number of exchange. So this is the time complexity, but in the worst case, uh, the k can be the k can be 2, right? In the worst case, the k can be 2. So in the worst case, it will be n by 2, which can be n. So the time complexity is order of n, which is dependent on this number of bottles. So our time complexity will be directly proportional to this number of bottles given. But here, if you observe carefully, the number of bottles can only be 100. So at most, the time complexity will be order of 100. And if you look at the space complexity, it's obvious, right? Order of 1. We are not using any arrays or any extra space. So this is basically the space complexity and time complexity, guys. And yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you.